This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It's Tuesday, May 5th, and right now on Good Morning Indiana.
Things are starting to open back up. People are out. They're going to enjoy the summer.
With Governor Holcomb's Stage 2 now a go, malls in most of Indiana are back in business. But it's not quite back to normal yet. We'll show you the precautions one Greenwood mall is taking as they allow customers to return. And as more Hoosiers file for unemployment because of the pandemic, many are still struggling to get their benefits. Working for you, the common issues many are facing, what the Department of Workforce Development is doing to help. A local couple is starting a new mini golf business, and it's looking to hire. I talk with them about the obstacles they're facing to hold a grand opening during the coronavirus crisis and the opportunities they now have to offer.
She just turned 16 in February. She didn't get a full life at all.
A teenager hit and killed by a stray bullet that police believe came from a large gathering. How her family and friends are honoring her young life.
And it is 6 o'clock here on our Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey. I want to welcome in my friends Todd Clausen and Rafael Sanchez as we continue social distancing here at RTV6. Good morning to you guys. Rafael, what's going on down there in Johnson County?
Well, good morning from my living room. It is Cinco de Mayo. Your body may be saying margarita, but Todd Clausen, I would say that a cup of coffee this morning will keep you nice and warm because it is chilly out there today.
Yeah, you know, here, I got mine too here, Rafael, so cheers. It is going to be chilly, and it's going to even get colder, actually, as the day goes on. That's the issue here today. We've already hit our high temperatures for the day today, and we'll continue to fall into the mid-40s. Radar is pretty active for us across the area. We've been dealing with this rain throughout the overnight hours, and there's some pockets of decent rainfall here from Knightstown over towards Newcastle, then down to the south, just north of Bedford through Lake Monroe up towards the Bloomington area, and then some spotty showers in the Greencastle area back towards Rockville. So this band of rain has been streaming through the area. There's more rain off to our northwest, and there'll be some dry hours throughout the day today. It's not a steady rainfall from start to finish throughout the day, but there'll always be the threat of showers in this forecast. That is not going to change. Once we get to the afternoon hours, it does become more cloudy than anything. The wettest part of the day, definitely the first half of the day, but there's those temperatures. No warming takes place throughout the day today. 46 degrees by 4 p.m. Lauren.
All right, Todd, thank you so much. Let's take a look right now at traffic as you're heading out on the roads this Tuesday. The wet roads you can see there on your screen. This is I-65 and Washington Street in the downtown area. You can see also the flashing arrow board and the orange barrels. That is to get you out of those lanes for I-70 because between I-70 and the north split over to the east side at 465, I-70 in both directions remains closed throughout this week. Keep that in mind as part of your commute. Other than that, traffic in downtown is moving along up to speed. Well, we are continuing to follow the very latest on the COVID-19 outbreak. Indiana now has more than 20,000 positive cases. The Indiana State Department of Health confirming 583 new cases and 19 new deaths. A total of 1,151 Hoosiers have died from the virus so far. More than 113,000 people have been tested.
The time now is 6:03 here on Good Morning Indiana. Today, for a second day, it is back to business involving 5 major malls, from South Bend to Edinburgh, from Noblesville to Greenwood to Lafayette. But a return does not mean back to business as usual. Let me take you inside the Greenwood Park Mall right here in Johnson County. Entering the Greenwood Park Mall will have a new look and feel. A security officer will be ready to pass out a mask and hand wipe packets. Gloves are provided upon request. As you walk in, circular signs on the ground will remind you to stay 6 feet apart. Food kiosk vendors have placed these blue markings on the ground as well to keep you at a safe distance.
I stayed home. Me and my wife both have done what we were supposed to do, and now I'm careful about how I touch things. I don't shake hands. I use my elbow to open doors and stuff and that, but it's life.
The food court has undergone a dramatic change with dozens of tables gone. This area used to be crammed with tables for people to eat and rest. There are also signs everywhere reminding you to keep apart and safe, as well as these hand sanitizing stations.
Things are going back to normal. It's kind of been very depressing. Nothing's open, but now that things are starting to open back up, people are out. They're going to enjoy the summer.
Social distancing will be expected in the restrooms, with every other sink, as you can see, off limits. No more than 8 people in this restroom by the food court. The play area will stay closed as the new normal sets in for shoppers seeking safety as well as a possible sale. And one more thing this morning, if you plan to return to the mall, Simon Malls is asking you to take your temperature at home, and that if you have a temperature, to please stay home. If you're sick, stay home to protect yourself, the employees, and other shoppers. Lauren?
Raphael, as places slowly begin to reopen, as you mentioned there, putting Hoosiers back to work, some are still waiting on those unemployment benefits, having gone more than a month now without any sort of income. So the Rebound Indiana is working to make sure that the state system isn't excluding anyone from that help. RTV6's Kara Kenny joining us this morning, or rather Kelsey Anderson is joining us this morning, and working to find out what some of the common errors are. Kelsey.
80% of Hoosiers who have filed for unemployment have gotten benefits with no problems. But for those still battling the system, frustration is starting to rise. We spoke to Sean Arnold and Kelly Weldy. Both have been temporarily laid off from their jobs due to COVID-19. And they both keep getting the same error message when they file their weekly vouchers. Deductible income. Turns out they aren't alone, and it's such a common error that the Department of Workforce Development created this video to help walk people through why they may be getting that message.
One of the most common issues that's causing Hoosiers a hold on their benefits and causing a lot of work for us on the back end are issues with deductible income. If you're receiving some sort of income from your employer, we've got to factor that into how your unemployment benefits work.
We reached out to the Department of Workforce Development to see what Hoosiers can do to get around this obstacle, but we have not heard back just yet. If you do need to file for unemployment, we've got a list of resources for you over on the indychannel.com/rebound. Working for you, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Kelsey, thank you for that. Well, we know the financial impact of the coronavirus pandemic has been massive on our community. Tomorrow, attorneys with the Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic will join Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny to answer your questions. They're ready to tackle topics like unemployment, debt, eviction, family law, and more. To take part in the Rebound Indiana virtual town hall at 7:30 tomorrow evening, just go to the RTV6 Facebook page.
The time now is 6:07. Under the governor's plan to reopen the state, concerts should be able to resume by July the 4th, but the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra is sitting this one out. The Symphony Orchestra announcing that it's canceling all of its performances through at least September the 17th. That includes the popular Symphony on the Prairie shows. ISO leaders say putting on shows under the remaining guidelines would be complicated and not financially feasible. More than a dozen music venues across the state are joining together to help other venues struggling with this ongoing pandemic. Many concerts have already been canceled into the summer, as you know. Places like The Vogue and the Jazz Kitchen helped create a not-for-profit organization. It's called the Indiana Independent Venue Alliance. Through it, they will offer resources, education, and emergency relief to venues statewide. We have more information on how you can donate and become involved with this group on our website, theindychannel.com.
After being delayed by the coronavirus, Holiday World has said June 14th to be its opening day this year. As they prepare to reopen, park leaders say there's going to be a few changes. They're going to have hand sanitizer readily available all across the park and will likely limit park attendance until they figure out the best way to operate. Other theme parks like Kings Island, Cedar Point, and Kentucky Kingdom have not yet announced when they will reopen.
She ended up going a different way she doesn't usually go, and that happened.
A family heartbroken this morning. The family and friends of 16-year-old Naya May Cope are seeking justice after the teenager was shot and killed by a stray bullet. Metro Police believe the shots came from a large gathering near 38th and Arlington. And now Naya's family this morning, they're searching for answers. Alyssa Donovan is live at IMPD headquarters with the very latest on this ongoing case. Alyssa, good morning.
Good morning, Raphael. And, this is just a tragic story. Naya May Cope had just turned 16 years old in February. So this was a very young girl that was accidentally shot and killed. And we know that her family is now seeking justice. They want answers for what happened to Naya. Now, the 16-year-old was hit by a stray bullet early on Sunday morning. Metro police officers say she was sitting inside a vehicle with family when it happened. We spoke with Cope's god sisters who say the teen was actually in the car with her mother, and the two were simply at the wrong place at the wrong time. Those who knew and loved Naya are posting tributes to her on social media, many demanding justice for the teenager.
You took not only someone's daughter, you took a little sister from us, you took a friend from many, you took a granddaughter.
And Naya's god sisters describe her as fun, girly, outgoing, someone who had so much life yet to live. And IMPD officers are asking if you were in that area or know someone in that area or know anything about this case, call Crime Stoppers at 262-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Alyssa, thank you. Amid the pandemic, a local couple is opening a new outdoor entertainment business. I talked to them about challenges they faced and the opportunities that they now have for Hoosiers looking for work. Todd.
And Lauren, normally this is my patio forecast. I probably should have changed the title to just working from inside today, looking out at the patio, because it's not a day you're going to be working outside. We'll have rain in the forecast off and on throughout the day today. And look at those temperatures, only in the 40s. It's going to feel more like the middle of March across the area. The good news is it's just a one-day deal. We'll start to warm things back up a little bit as we head into the day tomorrow. More on that coming up in your Storm Team 6 forecast. The time now is 6:11. You're watching Good Morning Indiana right here on RTV6.
Keller and Keller, right now.
The time now is 6:14. Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. Our Hiring Hoosiers initiative works to connect you with jobs and resources. And during this pandemic, with thousands of Hoosiers out of work, our mission has never been more important, Lauren.
So, Raphael, today we highlight a young couple's new business that's not only providing some outdoor entertainment for the kids who have been stuck at home for the past few weeks, they're also looking to add new team members in Westfield.
And with that, Birdie's Indy is open for business.
We love kind of like that family atmosphere and that team atmosphere.
Open isn't a word we've used much lately during this global pandemic, but Kevin Lynch and his wife Jessica, who are the new co-owners of this mini golf and entertainment facility in Westfield, say now is the time for their official grand opening.
I think the reason why we're opening is because we feel like a lot of people are probably going crazy at home, not having anything to do. Especially us having two kids. It's really hard to keep kids inside all day, and we wanted to create a safe environment for everyone to come out.
The couple has two daughters, Ella and Emma. Jessica is a Carmel native and the pair met in college at University of Michigan. Kevin plays professional hockey, and just a few weeks ago, they were still living in Canada as he played for the Laval Rockets in Quebec. But the coronavirus brought his season to a grinding halt.
We kind of were in limbo for a couple days. And then the news broke out that there might be some conflict with the U.S.-Canadian border. So we were kind of trying to rush back.
We literally were given like a 2-hour notice that we needed to cross the border.
Back at home with family, their mini golf and entertainment facility was nearing completion. It's a business they can run in Kevin's off-season and post-hockey career.
And we just love being in front of people and interacting with people. So I think this was just kind of like a perfect fit for our lives.
After getting the green light to open the mini golf part of their facility, they went to work putting safety measures in place.
When you come, you can see, but we have like red tape everywhere, starting from standing in line to where you drop off your clubs. We will have no used clubs ever come into the clubhouse until they've been cleaned and sanitized. We also are not allowing customers to pull out the flagpoles or to even reach in to the hole to grab their ball.
We're going to be spacing people out in between holes as well, so you're never going to feel like you're up against people.
While the couple knows business right now won't be what they expected before the pandemic, they're still poised to open a fun entertainment facility with mini golf, plus eventually the restaurant and rooftop, all located near Grand Park.
I know growing up, and Jess does from sports, when you have tournaments and whatnot, There's always time to kill in between games. I just feel like it's like a perfect beat in this area.
Birdies is a new place for family fun in Westfield. Plus, it's also bringing more Hoosier jobs in a time when those are needed the most.
We are still bringing people on, and we are looking for a lot of staff. So I think it's it's interesting to open a business during this time. We aren't really sure how, and what that's going to look like. A lot of people have lost their jobs, and we have a lot of jobs to offer.
So if you want to take your family up to Westfield for some safe outdoor fun, they are open this week for mini golf. And if you are looking for a job and you want to apply for a position with Birdies, they are actively taking resumes online. We posted their contact information under this story on our website, hiringhoosiers.com. And Todd, right now, mini golf sounds like a lot of fun, but it's not going to be the best day for any golf outside around central Indiana, and that's due to the wet weather.
Yeah, you can't even go out there, even if we were just dealing with scattered showers. Sometimes you can fight through those showers on the golf course. Not the case today because it's going to be in the 40s as well. So nobody's going to be golfing whatsoever today. The rain's probably the most widespread this morning, as you see a rain chances here. And then as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, the coverage of the rain will kind of decrease. But it's still going to be chilly, damp, and it's going to be breezy as well. Here's a live look at Storm Team 6 radar, and you can see the rain still moving through Bloomington as well as Seymour into the Nashville area. Some spotty showers in and around the metro area as well. And then off to the east, a little bit of a heavier downpour just through Newcastle, pushing towards Richmond, then some light rain up towards Kokomo. This wave of rain has been pretty steady since it moved in right around 3 o'clock this morning, and it'll continue to push off into Ohio. Then I think we get a little bit of a break, and then we'll wait for all this rain that's up here to the north. You notice this little swirl in the middle of my circle here. This is going to start to make its way towards our area later on this afternoon. So even though there will be some breaks in the rainfall at times throughout the day today, we're never going to get into some sunshine, and we're never going to see our temperatures warm at all. We've already hit our high for the day today. And as we advance TrueCast, you notice the showers just become a little more spotty in nature as we progress throughout the day, but they're even still around as we head closer towards the midnight hour. It's really not until tomorrow morning that we fully get rid of the rainfall, and then we'll eventually work some sunshine back into the forecast. We're at 50 right now in Indy, 49 in Martinsville, 48 is the current temperature in Crawfordsville. Again, highs were in the mid-50s shortly after midnight. We will not even get back to the 50-degree range later on this afternoon. We're only looking at temperatures that'll be in the mid-40s later on today. The only change, again, will be the showers become less numerous as we work our way into the afternoon and evening hours. Tomorrow, we start with some clouds around. As a result, it's a little chilly, and temperatures won't really move a whole lot while those clouds are in place. But as soon as we get into the sunshine tomorrow afternoon, that's when the temperatures are going to take a pretty big jump forward to near 60 degrees. And then Thursday is the best day that I have in my 7-day planning forecast at 65 with sunshine. Because once we get to Friday, it's cooler once again. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Some spotty showers will be around. And then for Mother's Day weekend, I'll draw your attention to the cold temperatures in the morning in the 30s, get back to anywhere from 55 to 60 degrees Saturday and Sunday. And then on Mother's Day itself, we're looking at a few spotty showers, but it doesn't look to be any all-day rains like we're dealing with today.
All right, Todd, thank you so much. And speaking of the rain, here's a look at those wet roads that you'll deal with for your commute over here on the west side. This is I-465 and Rockville Road. Traffic is picking up, as you can see, a lot of traffic merging onto the interstate at this early hour. Keep that in mind, but overall, everything here is traveling up to speed. Just monitoring one crash in the metro area right now, and that's on the near north side at 30th and College.
A new scam threatening to infect you and your family with COVID-19. Coming up, what you need to know about this scam so you don't waste your money.
Teen classic Bring It On is turning 20 this summer. Coming up on GMA, the star of that film and so many others, Gabrielle Union, will be live to talk about her new children's book. And this morning, she's going to tell Robin Roberts why the book's message is especially important to parents whose journey to baby may have taken a bit longer than expected.
That's all beginning at 7 a.m. here on RTV6. But did you know that every 21 seconds, someone in our country is diagnosed with diabetes? RTV6 is a proud partner for this year's American Diabetes Association's Indiana Tour de Cure. And this year, it's going virtual on June the 6th. In the meantime, we encourage you to get active by walking, running, or cycling. This is RTV6 Indianapolis. We hope you're having a good morning.
It is 6:24. Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. Raphael, it is time to talk about what is trending at 6.
So I'm not sure, Lauren, with this story, I need to speak slowly, and you'll see why. Because with the Kentucky Derby postponed, another race was held instead, but it was much slower. As you can see, 8 turtles with names like Seattle Snow and American Tortuga lined up to participate. In the end, it was What the Turtleneck who received the Rose celebration. This wasn't the first year that turtles were used for an alternative race. Another was held back in 1945 when the Derby was postponed during World War II.
Who knew? Very fun. Well, a New Jersey man is using his talents to say thank you to essential workers in his community. Take a look at this. 22-year-old Eddie Lynn has been making these thank you balloon art pieces. Lynn was diagnosed with autism at age 3, and he's taking requests from family members of frontline workers. So he's crafted everything from a postal truck to Baby Yoda. Those are so cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, all you kids in Franklin schools, I'm here to rap about some internet rules. I know we're all chilling and learning at home, but let's all remember how to use your Chrome. So first things first, show respect. Be cool with your friends when you all connect.
So this is Dr. David Clendenning, superintendent of the Franklin Community School System here in Johnson County. He recorded that video encouraging his students who are e-learning to make good choices while using their computers. Today, our Dr. C and his fellow superintendents around the state are hometown heroes as they lead their school families through the challenges of this pandemic. Now it's time to check your forecast with the leader of our band, Todd Clausen. TK, take it away.
All right, Raphael, we're going to come up with a creative song here for Good Morning Indiana as well. So I'll start working on that. All right, here is your forecast for the day today. You notice the rain streaming through right now. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s this morning. These temperatures actually drop throughout the course of the day today. So we've already hit our highs. This wave of rain that's coming through right now is probably the most steady and widespread that the rain's going to be throughout the entire day. But we're going to continue to have these rain showers in the forecast off and on for your highs. I just put 40s there because already we've been in the 50s. I will slowly settle down to about 45, 46 degrees later on this afternoon. There's going to be a cool breeze as well. That's going to make the 40s potentially feel more like the upper 30s.
All right, Todd, thank you. Well, more scams continue to pop up during the coronavirus outbreak. One of the latest is an email threatening to infect you and your family with COVID-19. Working for you, our John Matarese explains what you should do so you don't waste your money.
Just what we didn't need in the middle of a pandemic, a blackmail scam that threatens to infect your family with COVID-19. You need to know about it in case this email shows up in your inbox. Have you seen this one? An email claiming you've been caught watching porn on your computer. The blackmailer says you have 1 day to make a payment of several $100s or they will tell all your friends. But now it's even worse. They say if you don't pay up, quote, I will infect every member of your family with the coronavirus. And to really scare you, they show you one of your private passwords, hinting they know all about you. But the security site Krebs on Security says this is just a phishing scam. They use your email and an old password stolen from an old data breach and have no idea who you really are. If you receive this email, just delete it. Oh, but be sure to change that password going forward. So always don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese. Good Morning, Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now on Good Morning Indiana on this Tuesday morning, here's a look at your 6:30 news feed. Indiana State Police are investigating the death of an inmate as a homicide. 32-year-old Jeremiah Roberts from Texas died at the Wabash Correctional Facility in Sullivan County. Roberts was found unresponsive in his cell just before 6 o'clock Sunday morning. He died before getting to the hospital.
Even though Governor Holcomb says a concert should be able to resume by July the 4th, the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra says it will not take any chances with public health. The orchestra says it is canceling all of its summer concerts, including its very popular Symphony on the Prairie series at Conner Prairie. As for now, the orchestra plans to resume operations with its fall season beginning in September.
Holiday World has set June 14th to be the opening day this year, but the park says there will be a few changes. They have hand sanitizer readily available across the park, and they'll likely limit park attendance until they can figure out the best way to operate. Other theme parks like Kings Island, Cedar Point, and Kentucky Kingdom have not yet announced when they will open.
Welcome to Good Morning Indiana on this May the 5th. It is Tuesday, Lauren. It is Cinco de Mayo. Welcome to your official living room here at RTV6 as we continue to social distance.
And I'm here at the RTV6 studios, and it's never a good day when Todd Clausen says the words, "We've already hit our high temperature for today." Todd, what is going on?
You know, it's a cold front coming through, and it's usually not good news behind a cold front unless it's a real hot and humid day and you want some refreshing air, but that's not the case in this situation as we are dealing with this rain strolling through the area already. And so what do you need to grab before you go? If you do have to venture out, make sure you have the umbrella handy, and I had to up the light jacket to a medium weight jacket for you today because of these chilly temperatures. Here is the rain right now making its way through the area. We're pretty much done with the pockets of moderate rainfall that we had earlier this morning. There's a little bit of some heavier rain just south of Richmond, but there's more rain off to our northwest, and all this is going to pivot and pinwheel through central Indiana, keeping the scattered showers in the forecast and the temperatures from climbing at all. So we'll continue to see these temperatures decrease here from this point forward throughout the course of the day. We'll level off essentially right around about 45 degrees throughout much of the afternoon. We'll talk more about that forecast and look ahead to some relatively warmer and brighter days ahead in our near future.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Here's a live look right now at traffic to the southwest. This is I-465 near Kentucky Avenue. You can see traffic in this area is picking up, and we do have those wet roads, as Todd mentioned. So use caution if you are heading out there this morning. Of course, we'll keep you updated. Well, family and friends of a teen who was killed over the weekend are demanding justice. They say she was an innocent victim of a large gathering of people that wasn't supposed to be happening anyway. So our Alyssa Donovan is joining us live this morning from IMPD headquarters with more. Alyssa, what do we know so far in this case?
So this is a very tragic situation, Lauren. 16-year-old Nia Mae Cope was hit by a stray bullet early Sunday morning when she was sitting in a car. Now, we do know that she was taken to the hospital where she later died of those injuries. IMPD is investigating this case, and they're working to figure out exactly who shot that gun and allowed that stray bullet into that car. Police say it happened near 38th and Arlington, where a large gathering was happening, despite the current stay-at-home order in Marion County. Police believe someone from that gathering fired the bullet. Cope's family is mourning the tragic and unexpected loss. Her godsisters tell us the teen was in the car with her mother when she was hit. Friends and family shared pictures and memories of the young girl on social media, demanding justice for Nia.
You took not only someone's daughter, you took a little sister from us, you took a friend from many, you took a granddaughter.
And IMPD is asking anyone that was in that area or knows anything about this shooting to come forward and contact Crime Stoppers at 262-TIPS. And again, you will remain anonymous. There is also a GoFundMe that has been set up for the family to pay for Nia's funeral expenses. You can find those details on our website, theindychannel.com. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
The time now is 6:33 here on Good Morning Indiana. Now to the latest on COVID-19 and a grim prediction from researchers. Now, these are the researchers cited frequently by the White House when it comes to how many Americans will die from the virus. And here are those numbers. The latest projection is from the University of Washington's Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation. It now estimates that more than 6,000 Hoosiers could die from COVID-19 by early August, a dramatic increase from the university's numbers from last month. And nationally, the model is doubling the number of projected deaths around the country as well. University researchers say they increased their estimate because of states beginning to relax social distancing requirements and reopening their economy. Indiana is slowly allowing businesses to resume activity. Several malls, as you know, around the state on Monday opened for the first time since mid-March. 5 Simon malls from Greenwood to South Bend, they welcomed back their customers. I got an inside look at the Greenwood Park Mall here in Johnson County and the new safety guidelines that you can expect, from the new signs, safety signs, to fewer tables in the food court. This is what the first shoppers told us about coming back to the mall.
I'm just currently out here shopping. I'm not scared of the virus. I have a God that I believe in him, so whatever he says shall pass. So that's me.
I'm glad that the economy is going to get rolling again, and my selfish deal is that I like to get a massage, so I go to the home spa here all the time, get a massage, and I go once a week. Been doing it for 15 years, and I don't know. I'm just glad to see the things get rolling again and people get out, and it's spring, the weather's great, let's live.
So beyond the Greenwood Park Mall, other Simon malls that reopened yesterday include Hamilton Town Square in Center in Noblesville, the Indiana Premium Outlet in Edinburgh, the Tippecanoe Mall in Lafayette, and University Park in South Bend. The Simon Property Group says they won't reopen their malls in Marion County in Indianapolis until at least May the 15th, and that's because of the stay-at-home order. Those malls include Castleton Square Mall, Keystone Fashion Mall, and Circle Center Mall.
Raphael, Call 6 Investigates has uncovered hundreds of thousands of American citizens here in the state of Indiana that are getting stiffed on stimulus checks. For couples with children, that can mean thousands of dollars missing from their pockets. Our Kara Kenny talked with families who say they're being penalized because of who they married.
Jeanette Sanchez is an American citizen living in Noblesville. She's married to an undocumented immigrant. The couple and their 6 children make up what's called a mixed status family. Indiana is home to hundreds of thousands of mixed status families like the Sanchez's that will not get a stimulus check. The CARES Act says even if you have a valid Social Security number, if a member of your family files taxes with an individual taxpayer identification number, no one in the family, not even children, will get a stimulus check, even if most of the family is American citizens.
Honestly, it kind of hit me hard. We weren't fair warned. We kept checking the page again and again, like everybody else. Just waiting to see when we would be able to get it.
The only exception are military mixed status families. Ironic, Jeanette says, because her father died while on active duty.
He'd be completely disappointed with this country. 17 years serving for this country, and to see his daughter and his grandchildren not being helped.
Call 6 Investigates held a Zoom call with other Central Indiana women who are also American citizens not getting stimulus checks because of their partner's immigration status.
It is just heartbreaking to hear that. I just feel like we're very discriminated against because of who we decided to marry, who we decided to have our children with, and it is very heartbreaking.
We're not fighting for the undocumented persons. We are fighting for our rights as a U.S. American citizens.
That as citizens were left out.
Hopes that, we can all be treated equal. I'm tired of discrimination. I feel this is very racist, what's been done. I'm an American. My children are Americans.
Mixed status families are being hit hard by COVID-19 and unemployment. Many work in low-paying jobs like construction, farming, and food service. Becoming a citizen takes time and thousands of dollars. But the Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic in Indianapolis says they're helping mixed status families.
Hope is not lost forever. They also have the option of
kind of seeing if they can get their immigration status in order to get the credit on next year's taxes, so at least they wouldn't miss out on it altogether.
Call 6 Investigates is still looking into why this language was put in the CARES Act in the first place. We contacted U.S. Senator Mike Braun, who told us the goal of the CARES Act was to help as many Hoosiers as quickly as possible. We are aware of this and other situations, and when Congress reconvenes, we need to examine any possible errors from the CARES Act and if legislation needs to be offered to remedy these unique situations. Congressman Andre Carson has signed on to a bill, the Recovery Rebates Improvement Act, that would allow mixed-status families to get refund checks. And this month, mixed-status families filed a class action lawsuit against the Trump administration. Jeanette Sanchez is still hopeful the federal government will change its tune and issue stimulus checks to families like hers.
We're fighting for ourselves. We are the Americans. Our children are the Americans. We're citizens, and we were left out because we're being punished for who we chose to fall in love with.
Kara Kenny, RTV6.
Kara, thank you. We should also point out that just because someone has an individual taxpayer identification number does not mean that they are in the country illegally. The spouse could be waiting for their paperwork to be processed by the U.S. government. We're gathering resources for families of mixed status impacted by all of this. One organization offering to help with stimulus check questions and other legal issues surrounding the coronavirus pandemic is the Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic.
We will keep on top of that important story. So you filed for unemployment and maybe you are still waiting for those benefits to kick in. Next on Good Morning Indiana, the common issues that could be delaying your payment. That and much more as Good Morning Indiana continues on this Tuesday.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. The time now is 6:43. As Hoosiers begin the process of rebounding from COVID-19, many are struggling to make those ends meet because they're still waiting for their unemployment benefits.
Yeah, Raphael, we've heard this from a lot of people, and so our Kelsey Anderson is working for you this morning to find out what some of the common errors are that a lot of people are running into.
Confusion and frustration continue to grow for people trying to file for unemployment benefits. We spoke to a man who's been trying for weeks with no luck, and he keeps getting the same error message. We spoke to Sean Arnold. He's been temporarily laid off from his job at Right Way Fasteners in Columbus due to COVID-19. He applied for unemployment and continues to file his weekly vouchers, but his account says there is an issue with deductible income, and he hasn't received any benefits. And it turns out he's not alone.
If I'm doing something wrong, they need to tell me, but they're not.
And we've sent every pay stub that we can think of to send them. We have sent that to them.
Very, very aggravating. Like I said, I have 5 claim vouchers in there and 0 payment. Financially, it's killing me.
This problem has been happening to so many Hoosiers. The Department of Workforce Development created this video explaining what that message means and why Hoosiers might be seeing it. But it hasn't answered everything for some. So we reached out to the Department of Workforce Development to see what other issues could be causing this error message. We will let you know when we hear back. A spokesperson for the department says about 80% of Hoosiers who have applied for unemployment benefits have received payment within 21 days with no issues. Working for you, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Kelsey, thank you. If you are among the tens of thousands of people out of work right now, there are plenty of companies that are hiring. Right now, we'll take a look at some of the latest job openings you can find at hiringhoosiers.com. Todd.
And Lauren, on the eastern side of the square in Bloomington, that's where you find the Malibu Grill. And that's part of my Takeout Tuesday forecast for the day today. Some of my top picks there. If you are going to be getting carry out there from in the Bloomington area, is the crab cakes, the prime rib sandwich, the Cajun salmon, and the Alpine chicken. But everything is good from the wood-fired pizzas. You can't go wrong. Tuesday through Saturday, they are serving carry out from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So give them a call or any other local restaurant in your neighborhood on this Takeout Tuesday. We'll talk more about your forecast coming up in just a little bit. The time now is 6:45. You're watching Good Morning Indiana right here on RTV6.
6 working together, working for you.
Welcome back. It is 6:48. Here's a live look from our tower camera at a gloomy Tuesday here in Indianapolis. We have wet weather all across central Indiana, and Todd Clausen will break down your forecast hour by hour coming up right here on Good Morning Indiana. Now, as many people lose their jobs due to the pandemic, there are companies all across central Indiana who are still hiring.
It's really the best part of our day, right, Lauren, talking about jobs that are available. It's our commitment to bring you all of these job opportunities through our Hiring Hoosiers initiative. So right now, let's get you to the job feed as these jobs are available for you. This morning, a restaurant called The Angry Donkey is hiring a full-time cook. The Angry Donkey is in Michigantown, Indiana, which is in Clinton County.
A Hiring Hoosiers partner, Chewy.com, is hiring hundreds of people. The company needs to fill another 400 positions in the coming months for its fulfillment center in Clayton. You can apply at Chewy.com/jobs, or you can also visit their facility for on-the-spot interviews.
Another Hiring Hoosiers partner is Symphony, looking for customer service representatives to work in Carmel. Now, the pay is $13 an hour, and you'll work 8 hours on a Monday through Friday schedule. Symphony also has many other jobs available that you can check out on their website.
Well, most of these jobs came from our Hiring Hoosiers job board. You can view the entire board on our website right now. Just go to hiringhoosiers.com. Companies post their new positions there every day. There's a link to the application process. Again, it's all at hiringhoosiers.com.
And we know the financial impact of the coronavirus pandemic has been enormous. Tomorrow night, attorneys with the Indiana Christian Legal Clinic will join Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny to answer all of your questions. They're ready to tackle topics like unemployment, debt, eviction, family law, and much more. Join us for the Rebound Indiana virtual town hall at 7:30 on the RTV6 Facebook page. Now it's time to check your forecast. And Todd, as I look outside of my living room window, it's raining out here in Johnson County.
Yeah, you know, all across central Indiana, the rain is falling. It's been doing so for several hours now, Raphael. Maybe it's good that I'm in my basement without any windows, so I don't have to look at these dreary conditions. But here's a live look for you at Storm Team 6 radar right now as we make a little tour of central Indiana. Some heavier showers near Seymour and North Vernon. Light rain in Columbus. And as we come into the metro area, we're dealing with some light showers in and around most of the area. Danville, Brownsburg, Carmel, Greenwood, Mooresville, Greenfield. We're dealing with some spotty showers, and then to the north they become a little more widespread. But even if you're not seeing green, which would indicate rain, obviously in your neighborhood there's still kind of that damp feel out there. It's chilly, but the widespread rain continues to shift off towards the east, and you see this band of rain basically making its way from west to east across the state, and it will continue to do so throughout the remainder of the morning. But as I expand out, you notice there is more rain up to our north. We have this little spin right here that's kind of right on the Iowa, South Dakota, and Minnesota border. That is the actual area of low pressure. And what's going to happen is, as the rain we're dealing with right now moves off towards the east, this area of low pressure is going to eventually start to rotate through central Indiana. So it's not going to be a completely steady rainfall throughout the entire day, but we're going to always have the chance of rain and some showers flaring up at virtually any point throughout the day to go along with the clouds, the chilly temperatures, and the breeze that is going to pick up. Here's TrueCast 230. You can see the scattered showers still around, and then we get a little wave of more widespread shower activity that'll come through after sunset tonight. So it's not the most pleasant Tuesday for us. The temperatures have already hit their highs for the day today. We were in the mid-50s shortly after midnight. We'll be in the 40s throughout much of the afternoon. Typically, obviously, temperatures get warmer throughout the day. Today is one of those cases where the temperatures will fall and then hold pretty steady. That 46 is going to be the common number later on this afternoon. Tomorrow's a drier day. We start off with clouds, end with sunshine. As soon as we get into the sunshine, temperatures will jump up to near 60 degrees. And then Thursday is the best day of the week that we have remaining. It's probably not quite as good as it was yesterday across the area, but Thursday will start off cool at 40, warm to 65 in the afternoon with skies that'll be mostly sunny. And as you look at your 7-day planning forecast, Saturday morning, Frost will be a possibility. 34 in the city, some 20s possible in the outlying areas. But Saturday will be a sunny day with a high of 55 degrees. Some spotty showers possible on Mother's Day. And a slightly warmer temperature as we get up to 60 degrees.
All right, Todd, thank you so much. We have those wet roads Todd talked about out there right now. This is to our north, US 31 south of 116th Street. If you're a Carmel driver or traveling up to the north side, you shouldn't have any issues. Traffic here is traveling up to speed. No crashes to report around the metro area at this hour. It's 6:53. Stick around. We'll be right back.
RTV6 app on your phone or streaming device.
Welcome back. So, Raphael, sadly, baseball season has yet to begin. But thanks to social media, we still have a few highlights to show you.
So if you've ever played baseball, you will always remember that first home run. Check out what happened to this little guy and the home run that the world will now remember.
I don't know if that's his dad, but that is very exciting. Former Independent League player Corey Willig says his 4-year-old son, Ash, has been working on his swing since he was just 1 year old. And that was his first ever over-the-fence home run. And you saw the bat flip there from Ash. He has that down pat as well. Oh, that's so cute. We could use some good news today because, Todd, your forecast, it's more of a foul ball, not quite a home run on this Tuesday.
Yeah, swing and a miss, too. I don't even know if we get a foul ball today with the showers that'll be around throughout the entire day today. And temperatures, that will be in the 40s.